My favourite musician is Trey Anastasio from Fish, the band Fish.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass.
Do we start?
I don't know. It's time? Have you been rolling? Motherfucker.
It's like
no,
in
wasn't ready.
I don't know, like a WTF where he starts the
Oh,
interview
yeah.
early and then he introduces them and then the guest always says, "You've been recording this whole time?"
This whole time?
And then Marion goes,
my God.
"Fuck, fuck, man."
I love Mark Maron. I'm from England and I love Mark Maron.
All right.
And music.
Okay. Welcome to Jackass with Vera and Ember. Vera and I did acid in the woods and we found this little gnome. And this is our guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. I'm from England and I love music. And my name is Oren / also Magi Calcagne.
Oh, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for coming. What were you doing in the woods this evening?
I was just jamming out. I was just jamming.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for coming on our show. Welcome.
You're
to
welcome.
Jackass. Have you watched Have you watched our show yet?
This show?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was available to watch yet.
It's not.
Okay, then I
But
haven't.
by the time this airs, the first episode is.
Glad I
Yeah.
didn't lie.
But you could have pretended. You could have pretended like you watched the first one and said, like,
Oh, okay.
it was
It's okay.
hilarious.
You were in the woods
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
jamming.
in England.
I was in England in the woods, loving music.
What kind of music do they have in England? Is it different than American rock and roll?
It is. It's only jam bands because we only love to jam in England. There's no time for anything else. Only jamming.
There's no time.
There's no time.
I think that you have the opposite. It would be the opposite.
No, because
solution.
the songs are so long, they take up the whole day.
It's one
So-
song for your whole life.
Right, and you're just jamming.
You're coming in and out
Yeah.
of the music.
So
Yeah.
that's all we have in England. That's why I've come here to America today to experiment with other types of music, such as classical maybe, or yacht rock or
Sure.
something.
You would probably love if you like jam band. I said bam
Jam
because
bams?
of
Jam bam.
Jam Bam Margera. If you like jam bands, I bet you'll love yacht rock. I think there's kind of an
It's a
overlap.
band where you just stop and you punch each other right in the middle. You just stop right in the middle and you hit someone with your guitar.
That's a good idea.
We should have a jam bam. In honor of bam.
In honor.
Yeah.
So, we probably introduced you at this point.
Yeah. So this is Oren from England.
England.
Just like me.
If this is your first time watching the show, this is Welcome to Jackass. We watched. I lost count because it was confusing.
It was quite confusing.
Our producer Bobby McCoy showed us some Jackass skits, and we're gonna talk about our favorites tonight.
Yeah. The premise of the show is we love the show Jackass. We love the Jackasses. We like to discuss their antics, and we like to have a guest on and see their reaction to the antics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ember and I didn't even really watch the show.
No.
We just watched Oren's reactions to watching
Quite.
the show.
Yeah. Oren was all jamming out to the show. Oren was like in sync with the skateboards. And it was a rhythm almost that I envy personally because I miss it.
Well, it's something you're born with,
Right.
the ability
Yeah.
to jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Specifically, like if you're born in England, I imagine.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I get that. It makes sense to me now why English people are so weird about race, because if that's the main part of their culture,
Right.
no offense to our English.
Yes. Yes.
That's all my feathers.
Actually, I'm from New Jersey, so
What part of New Jersey?
northern New Jersey, Morris County.
I don't know why I asked what part.
Everyone always asks, and I always say the same thing, and most people go, "Oh, okay, so okay." But like 45 minutes from New York.
Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. I'm actually from New Jersey, so
All right.
You
well,
don't have an accent.
mood killer.
really, sometimes people say I do have an accent.
People say that about me too, but I have a Midwestern accent.
When you came
which
on the
is-
show, you had quite an accent.
Well, you had a.
Well, I
you
had the
like
other
a
accent.
heavy English accent.
I should say. I should say.
Yeah.
I should say.
So I think the first bit we watched was called Fat Fuck.
Censor, please. Beep.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine there's probably a graphic of what we saw. It was blurred. This was a time, I guess, when you couldn't say fuck on DVDs.
Yeah.
On DVD.
Because now they say fuck. Now fuck isn't a swear word anymore. Like I remember growing up, my dad would always like if we'd get caught swearing or whatever, he'd always say to my mom, someday the F word's not gonna be, not even gonna be a swear word anymore, Tammy. And he was right.
Someday the F word's not even going to scare me, Tammy. You're not going to be able to use the F word to scare me.
And that word was faggot because my mom just called my dad a faggot every day.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, what was this? This was Bam.
Yeah, so this was Bam with his knickers all full of pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got pillows in his knickers, and a friend. Bam and a friend. What? A CKY original, Brandon D. Camillo. We got a resident nerd, Bobby McCoy. He's behind the camera. He knows dumb shit. That was harsh. He needs a mic.
No.
So no. All right. Vera says you can't have one. And they were skateboarding and falling into stuff.
/ also being pushed in a wheelchair at the beginning.
Oh
Yeah, the start of the bit, I got a little yeah, like just because I was worried we were headed down a problematic road because usually I don't know, the show's pretty good most of the time.
That's because Bam was posed like this.
Yeah, I thought
That was the issue.
Yeah, I thought he was doing, but he was just
He wa-
posing.
It's Bam.
I didn't even notice, to be honest.
I think that I think he was being a little cheeky. Bit cheeky.
Well, somebody maybe given him the notes, said, "Hey, don't do that with your hands because that's offensive."
Pat, please pass this note to Bam. And also check, do you like our podcast, yes or no?
I hope if Bam Margera, if you're watching this, I hope you love our podcast. We're giving we're not afraid to critique you.
But you shouldn't be afraid to critique us.
No, we're not perfect.
This accent's terrible.
And I'm very low energy tonight.
Oh, I'm so tired. Can I just cut to saying what I like the best?
What's that?
Can I cut to saying what I like the best?
Yeah, you can cut to saying what you like.
I like Johnny Knoxville covered in tomato sauce.
I didn't like that.
What didn't you like about it?
I just thought it was gross. I thought it was gross, and I was thinking about how he might smell.
Oh, yeah, bad.
And I thought that would be really bad, and yeah.
Now, that's interesting because with a bit like that, and the bit is that he got on purpose sprayed by skunk and then had to neutralize it with tomato sauce. With a bit like that, you'd think maybe it doesn't read so well for TV because you can't smell it.
Yeah.
And yet, but you watched it and you were viscerally affected by the idea of the smell.
Yeah.
Were you more repulsed by the skunk smell or the tomato sauce?
I think the tomato sauce, to be honest.
Interesting.
It just looked so gross, and I was just so tired of him at that point.
Oh, I never get tired of Knoxville.
I
but
love him.
I the one thing I would say is it seemed very weird that like their move after he was done getting sprayed multiple times was to keep him in a van.
I guess that's when I got annoyed. I was like, these people are idiots.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a
You're
very
gonna hate
fair
this
statement.
show. Well, they had to transport because they went to the skunk expert lady
Right.
and met with the skunk, but then they had to go home. The whole camera crew and him have to go home all together.
Sure, fair enough.
So they were all stuck in a car together.
But that's the genius of the bits like this is like there's you talk about this all the time, Ember, that there's
I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
These bits. No, I mean that in like a positive academic way, like that you're like almost like kind of scholarly in how you talk about how you discuss the show.
This
with
you
me.
get college credit for this podcast.
Nice.
School of Hard Knocks.
Emerson.
You probably would. If you really wanted them bad enough, you could probably get college credit for this show at Emerson
What was
College.
the weirdest what was the weirdest class you took at Emerson?
Such a good question. I really did very poorly in school the whole time, so I don't remember a lot of my classes, but at the LA campus, I took a 9/11 movie class. It was like a 9/11 themed film class. And so, so we watched a lot of movies about 9/11, and that was kind of weird.
Did you watch? Okay, so I have a favorite 9/11 movie.
Oh, okay.
It's Reign Over Me, starring Adam Sandler. It's a serious Adam Sandler movie.
We didn't watch that.
It's okay. So I haven't seen it since it was in theaters. I remember really enjoying it.
What
I
year
like
is it
series.
from?
I was probably 7. Like I'd say like 2000, 2007,
Oh,
2008.
okay. A while ago.
Worth checking out.
Bobby, how many stars? Reign Over Me.
3 out of
3.
How many though?
Damn.
It's fun. I think what's actually funny about it is like it's one of the serious Adam Sandler movies where he kind of is doing a voice. Like it feels like an Adam Sandler movie, which is why I think I like it.
Yeah.
But it's about 9/11.
Interesting.
Little Nicky is also kind of about 9/11.
Yeah, definitely the lead up.
That was an
to it.
ungrounded statement. I just said that.
I really enjoyed all the films we watched. They were all really good, I think. We watched V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that was my first time ever seeing it, and I liked it.
When it came out, I was like, hell yeah.
It was good. And we
Edit
watched
this out.
a Julian Assange movie. So it was good. They played a lot of Radiohead in the movie for the soundtrack.
I feel
Anyway.
oh fuck, what's that fucking annoying band that was huge that all of their songs were about Brave New World?
Rush.
No.
Brave New World, like the book?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rush
no,
was
not
Ayn
Brave
Rand.
New World. 1984.
Oh.
Huge band. All their songs are about 1984.
From what era?
Recent.
Recent.
Like late 2000s, like early 2010s. Oh, what?
Yours are
It's
just
gonna
a
come to
blind
me.
spot for me.
Anyway, Jackass.
What I want to say, my notes on the skunk bit were the skunk is cute. I had a dream about a skunk recently where it was about to spray me and I was trying to stop it from spraying me. And I only remembered that dream when I saw the skunk. So that was interesting to me. And then also that ferrets have glands like skunks do.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Smell glands.
And
In
the
ass?
skunk expert described it as like 2 marbles that would go in different directions, and that's how
Around
they're
the
able to
anus.
aim their.
I don't think ferrets can do that because they don't shoot things.
Yeah.
But they have those glands, and I would never do this to a ferret, but all of mine I've gotten from Craigslist and it was already done, where you can get them descented and have those glands removed, but there's ones under their eyes that you can't have removed. So yeah.
It's just really like when you think about like animals and humans and like the things that are inside us, it really grosses me out.
So weird. Yeah, it is really gross.
I'm glad I don't have like 2 little marbles inside my asshole. That... Well, I shouldn't say. I'm glad they're not a part. I'm glad I have the option.
Sure. They're optional.
I
was
have
gonna
the option
say.
of putting.
That's up to each and every one of us.
Yeah.
As you choose to live your life here in Biden's America.
You asked a very important question during the skunk bit that we haven't hit on
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
There was a noise that accompanied each spray, like a.
Okay, classic
squirt
Jackass question. Is it sweetened? And I think it is. I think the audio is sweetened, but I'm fine with that.
Does that mean that they turned it up?
Or
on
they
the-
add effects.
they added
yeah,
it,
like
okay.
like if laughter is sweetened in a comedy special, they're at it's kind of fake.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I also, my gut feeling was that was added, but I wanted it to be real.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be
To
that
make
loud. Yeah.
Because it was cartoony. It was like a.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
kind of like a splooge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like how I would imagine a skunk spray sounding.
Ugh.
What if it sounded like a
Like a fart. They're just farting really hard. That's all it is. Just the worst fart in the world.
Is it technically a fart? Yes or no?
I think it's not technically a fart.
It's definitely not technically.
Is it
a fart.
is it spiritually a fart?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess, like, it smells. It's like a propulsion of air. But I think if you ask, like, a biologist,
Comes from the butt.
that's true.
But
No,
it comes from those glands.
yeah, it doesn't come from.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Foiled. All right. Well,
What's the camera guy's name that was getting sick? Rick Cossack. That was the first time we've seen Rick Cossack on this
Yeah,
show
hadn't seen Rick Cossack.
get sick.
yeah.
Because he gets sick a lot during bits.
Yeah, I've seen Lance Bangs throw up, but I hadn't seen Rick. It's quite nice when one camera guy pans to another camera guy that is puking.
Yeah.
That really takes me there.
I bet that those crews got paid nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, which brings me to another bit. I was thinking the Dave England bit where he's urban kayaking. It's a terrible bit.
I hate it.
It never pays off.
Just why?
It's clearly very uncomfortable and bruising his tailbone, and it goes nowhere. I love a Jackass bit like this.
Yeah, it's kind of a perfect Jackass
Because
bit for that reason.
they were getting paid per bit, and they came up with their own bits.
Oh.
So you can watch him trying to sell this bad idea. And that's why it goes on so long.
Yeah.
He just kept getting footage and kept going down more stairs and being like, let's do it in the fountain. What if you dump water on me while I do it?
I did kind of like that addition.
I liked
I thought that was
part.
really funny.
When he was going downstairs,
And they dumped the
dump
water.
a bucket of water on him, and he's just going down a kayak. But yeah, that's him trying to become a star of the show and like get paid. During the early seasons, there's a big struggle to like be cool enough and prove your worth to be on the show.
Oh.
Not if you're
Interesting.
Johnny Knoxville because you're the star, but if you're or Bam, but like if you're any of the other guys,
Interesting.
you're really trying.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I liked this. Definitely wasn't my favorite bit of the evening, but I liked it because I think what I like about like these kind of bits that are just like it's them out in the real world. They're not like really pranking anybody. They're just doing like stupid shit. Is like people just looked very happy to see it, and I think that's cool. And I like that about the show, that it's not like a mean like prank show, like where they're like people are getting. I mean, they do pranks, and like people get upset sometimes, but for the most part, like they were just old men like enjoying looking at the kayaking.
Yeah.
True. I liked that too.
Which is like I think a common misconception from people who don't actually watch this show of thinking that they're like Ashton Kutcher, like they're running around pranking people.
Yeah.
Once in a while, they prank the general public, but mostly I feel like they're just being very silly in public. They're pranking the experience of being outdoors in a public space, not like targeting individuals and you know doing anything where you're going to be like, I got pranked. Like, it's not like that, you know?
It's completely harmless.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even like, I don't know, it doesn't like shame anybody. I think that's why, and maybe this is just me softening in my old years, but I loved urban kayaking tonight.
Good.
Wow.
So I disagree with your review, but I respect
Well,
you.
I'm happy because I'm rooting for Dave.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. Like when I watched that, I was really rooting for him. And you can tell, like later when you see the movies and stuff, you can see that he kind of lost the battle. He lost his dignity. He ended up being the poop guy who poops.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see him young with some dignity, making jokes, tooting his own horn, toot toot.
Oh, one thing I
That
wanted.
was funny.
It was cute. Yeah.
I wanted to ask in the beginning that we should probably ask anytime we have a guest. What is your history with the show? Do you watch the show? Are you a fan?
When I was a kid, we watched it because my mom really liked it. My mom's favorite Jackass sketch which she talks about a lot actually, is the one where he poops on the train set.
Yeah.
She really loves that one. So definitely had Jackass in the home growing up. I mean, it's kind of funny because like I wasn't really allowed to watch, like Gossip Girl or things like that because they were inappropriate, but my parents just like can't help themselves and they love like Howard Stern and Jackass and things like that. So like it was always a weird
I think that was for the best. Truly,
paradox.
Gossip Girl's much worse for you.
Oh, I think they were right on. Made me who I am today.
Boy, like really, you like really, this does kind of sit in this like same circle of like Howard Stern and Jerry Springer and like I think like tonally different than those, but there really is something just
it's
like
kind of the same. It's like you just want to watch someone be crazy and you want to like sit in your living room in New Jersey and be like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then by proxy, like you're crazy because you love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a bit when you were a kid that you remember that you liked?
Good question. I don't know if I liked it, but really memorable to me is the one where they tip over the porta potty.
It is memorable.
It's very memorable.
Yeah.
And the one where they have like the electric shockers on them
Oh,
and they put it on
yeah.
their junk and
like
I
that
remember
one.
that one. So
Yeah.
I don't think I was like, I love Jackass, but it was on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Do you think it influenced your behavior at all as a child?
no, because I'm really scared of getting hurt. I've always been that way.
Yeah, I heard that when we were watching the bits. Oren was like, ooh,
Yeah.
ow.
yeah.
Ooh, ah, ee.
Yeah, I'm really scared of physical pain. So no, I would say I didn't try any of that at all. Yeah.
Have you ever done like prank comedy at all?
Actually, interesting that you asked me that. For Halloween, I got into a real predicament because I have two roommates. One of them is like an acquaintance of mine, a friend, and the other is a stranger that we don't know. And the one who's a stranger spends a lot of time in her room and she doesn't really like talk to us, but she's very nice. It's all good. The one that's my friend was like, let's play a Halloween prank on her. And her Halloween prank idea was that
I know this person.
the Halloween prank idea that I can't believe I said yes to was we're going to stage a fight in the group chat. Like the two of us are going to get into like a huge fight.
No.
And then we're going to stage one of our murders in the living room and have Lorraine come out and
No.
find the body.
No.
And I agreed. I was like in my car, like looking at the tent. I was like, that sounds funny. Sure. And then quickly it got so far out of my control. Like my roommate started sending like, I mean, I didn't anticipate how
No.
anxious it would make me feel to pretend conflict in the group. And like the third roommate never responded to any of the messages or like never said anything about it. And then we actually never got around to framing the murder because my roommate had to go out of town for a month. And so it just kind of like is hanging there and nobody's said anything.
Do
in
they
the
know it was fake?
I think I have to talk to them
Yes.
this week and be like, hey, like we were
Yeah.
trying, because it became obviously fake where we were saying that like the rabbit that lives in our home was like telepathically communicating with me. And like it was over the course of like a week as well. It was like a really long prank. So, but I think I should just send Lorraine a text and say, hey, just so you know, that was a prank. It didn't go as planned and I'll never prank you again. I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
say you feel really bad about it.
Yeah, because I do.
You just wanted to celebrate Halloween.
Right. And that's the place it was coming from was like, oh, it would be funny, I guess. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, no, we're going to traumatize her.
Yeah.
Because fights are scary and then finding a dead body.
Your roommate needs to watch some Jackass and find the tone
right.
of a good prank.
Yeah, because a good prank is when everybody's having fun.
It's just
Right.
so you get it immediately. The moment you see it and encounter it, you're like,
Right.
what?
Right.
It's so ridiculous.
Right.
It's just something in the wrong place, you know?
I'm still so stressed out.
Oh,
about
it's
it.
awful. If
I'm
the
sorry-
bathtub is
sorry
full of
I
ice
brought it
cubes,
up.
like, oh. No, I'm so glad you did because that's an amazing story. That is so weird.
I kept trying to get out of it too. I kept texting her and being like, I really want to stop this. And she'd be like, no, Oren, it's already gone too far. We can't stop now.
A pumpkin in the toilet. That's a good prank.
Pumpkin.
Simple.
That's not a good prank.
Straightforward. It's better than this.
It's better than this.
this.
But what's the prank of a pumpkin in the toilet? You sit on the top.
No, you just see it in there and you go, what?
That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is a good prank.
I would have preferred pumpkin in the toilet. I think
It's
Lorraine would have
fast,
preferred pumpkin in the
Easy,
toilet.
You get the point across. It's a prank.
I actually like that a lot. It'd be really weird if you opened up a toilet and there was a
There's just a
pumpkin
pumpkin
in there.
there. Halloween,
Yeah.
you got pranked by your roommate. Easy.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Can we talk about my favorite?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Bit of the
I
night?
know which one it was.
It was called Jockstrap.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
And it starred Chris Pontius.
It starred Chris Pontius's ass.
Yeah. Which wasn't censored. Was it?
It
No, it was.
was.
Okay.
The
Oh,
crack.
It was.
It
Yeah.
was.
The crack had its own bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was Chris Pontius rollerblading in a jockstrap down, I think, the Venice boardwalk.
Vera's imagination literally filled in the censored part.
Yeah, no, I've also seen his ass so much that
Right.
maybe like it fills in the. I don't know if this has been. I really am like sexually attracted to Chris Pontius.
He has a really nice body. Yeah, he has
Really
a great
don't meet you
butt.
but it's
guys
like
on this
it's
one.
deceptive.
No, I don't
It's-
think you were looking.
he's.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's something that we may never be on the same page about, Ember.
But that's good because we won't fight over it.
That's true. Yeah, he's all mine.
I just don't really see how you could disagree. Like his butt was round, and to me that's good.
he's in
for
great
a
shape.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna have to share Chris Pontius's butt.
Have
fun.
I mean, if Vera wants him, she can have him.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't
more
wanna share
attracted
him.
to personality. And I
Um,
think that Chris is I don't know. He wouldn't meet me on a spiritual level.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Who would you? Who would you? I don't think we discussed who you would kiss.
I would kiss Johnny Knoxville. And I would kiss a young Bam, but it would be bad for me. Like as a teenager,
come
I
his
would have
pants immediately.
tried to date Bam, and he would
Yeah.
have been so mean to me, and I
Yeah.
would have followed him everywhere.
He would have cried all the time. He would have like stood you up at like a homecoming dance. I know what Bam was.
Oh yeah,
like
he would
as
have
a
pranked me
teenager.
on camera, and I would have pretended that it was funny and that I liked it because I
Oh,
was
God.
included. I would be like, "Oh yeah, it was funny. Yeah."
Do you have any of the Jackass fellows that you think are totally kissable and cute?
Not really. I think like their personalities are all pretty bad. And so
Wow.
it does kind of.
Not the official stance of our show.
No.
I think they're annoying, and
Maybe you want to think about this.
Well, I just wouldn't want to like be in that situation
No,
ever.
yeah, that's
like,
so fair.
I also just don't really think men in general are
That's so
really
true.
appealing.
That's
So,
so true.
No,
So,
my
yeah.
attraction towards men is a curse. I wish I was just a fully gay. I wish I was just a gay woman. Because they all seem like they're having fun too, like not having the burden of
Right.
wanting a man.
Ugh.
Like, and I think for me, and I don't know what this says about me, but the men I'm usually attracted to kind of look like Chris Pontius.
Well, this is why I'm saying you're a Steve-O, because Steve-O doesn't want to be attracted to Chris Pontius either, but he is.
Okay, so that all makes sense now. So we should. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do our new segment?
Okay, so this is a segment called "Which Jackass Sign Is Your Sign?"
Let's call it Jackasstrology.
What's the name? Jackasstrology.
Jackastrology.
Jackastrology.
Right, that's what I was trying to say.
Which jackass sign is your sign? And why? Is the name.
Do you want to explain? This was your idea.
There's no explanation. The idea of this is you say which one you are and which one is your rising, which one is your sun and which one is your rising sun. And then you argue with your friends about their sign.
Yeah, it's like astrology.
Yeah, but there's no objective truth, so you can just argue. That's the
course.
idea.
So what are you?
So then you can contest this, obviously, because I'm making it up. But I feel that I am a Knoxville with a Bam rising. because I like to be the control of the star of the show kind of vibe and point at stuff and not actually. I only get hurt when everyone's watching in a big grand way. But then I also have a rising sign where I'll run up behind my friend and hit them with a tray for attention.
Right.
You know, that's what I think is true.
When he did that, I wrote down, I don't like Bam.
That's the takeaway most of the time. That's why I
don't like
I
that he
mean,
did
I
that.
really respect Ember for like owning.
I'm just trying to be honest.
Yeah, no, like that's like I'm proud of you.
Well, because I played a game with my cousins at a wedding one time, which was which U.S. president are you? And you just be honest. And one of my cousins was very honest. He was like, I'm George W. Bush, and I just am. I respected him so much in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it's just true.
Yeah.
So that's how this game works.
You texted me and said that I'm a Spike Jones.
I think you're a Steve-O with a Spike Rising.
Oh.
I see. I had it reversed. I thought you thought I was a Spike with a Steve-O rising.
I can see how that's more flattering.
That's more flattering, but I don't agree with that. I wouldn't agree with that. See, okay. That I will agree with. Because originally I thought you were saying that I was a Spike with a Spike sun sign with a Steve-O rising, which is like...
Not quite, no.
I would actually think I'm more probably if like in that scenario, if I'm a... But I'm not a Spike Jones.
But I think you could have a Spike Rising. So I think that like you could be a Steve-O because Steve-O has undeniable talent and is totally insane and went on a rampage to prove himself for like the first half of his life and did become the like arguably the most successful and best turned out one, but was like just crazy, just insane in that process, and also clearly wanted to kiss Chris Pontius's penis. But then you also have like an auteur, director, artistic, beautiful side, which I would say is a Spike Rising.
Wow.
I completely agree with you now. I was like prepared to like argue this because I had it reversed, but no, I think that's totally fair. I really want to read Steve-O's book. Like,
I'll loan it to you.
Yeah, I want to read it.
It's good. Steve-O's book, Steve-O Professional Idiot, a Memoir. It's like a double subtitle.
I love that.
That's so stupid.
But Oren is harder.
Yeah.
Oren, what do you think you are?
I don't know because I don't really know any of them well enough to make that call.
Oren is harder. Because the only Jackass characters that I feel would fit for you are like less flattering ones.
That's okay.
Because I feel like you are like you're like a wee man with a Preston rising.
You know, I was gonna like my gut was that I'm a wee man, and I was just like, don't let it be true.
But I mean, wee man is amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Wee man is like so cool and
you're
so
right.
chill and so great,
I'm a
and
wee
also
man.
has a brand of tacos.
Well, I do love tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love tacos.
And then Preston is just like this very strange magical side person who fought his way into the team and he never wants to get hurt, and he's so upset every time he gets hurt, and that's what's funny is that he's done immediately. He's like, I'm done. Stop. Like,
Preston would also probably agree with you that like all of the Jackass boys have horrible personalities.
oh yeah, he's
He doesn't
clearly
see
he's there for his paycheck.
Okay, I'd say that's accurate then. Wee man with a Preston rising.
I think so. It's open to contest. To contest.
I think I agree. I mean that's what I would pick for Oren. I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty spot on. That's a good position, astrological position, Jackastrological position, because
We're gonna be doxxed and murdered.
this is what's gonna do it after everything.
I feel like this will be the last straw for some people.
I hope so. I really hope this is what gets me assassinated.
Spare Oren,
Yeah.
for he is from England.
Yes, I'm from England. Please don't kill me. I love music.
If you try to assassinate somebody from England, they just turn into a bunch of bangers and mash.
It's true.
They just poof,
True.
and they just turn into a pile of bangers and mash.
And then there's a cup of tea
yeah.
with a little bit.
Right. So even if you want to kill me,
Steam.
have fun trying.
And If you're gonna kill us, please have a good time.
Yeah. No, but don't I don't know, don't take your time with it though.
Oh yeah, have a fast,
don't
fun time.
torture me.
A quick fun.
Do it from behind so I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like a panther. That's big cats kill from behind. They stalk their prey from behind.
We don't know that. We're not experts.
We didn't.
in
I
big
know
cats. We have small cats.
We have a little cat. My cat kills me from every direction at all times. My cat sucks.
Come on.
I love my cat. I love my cat. I love my cat except when I'm trying to jerk off, and then I really hate him. I hate him.
There's nothing worse than saying to your cat,
I'm like, you go away.
especially because every other time I talk to my cat, I say, Mama's gonna feed you now.
No.
Mama's so and when I'm about to jack off, I'm not gonna be like, hey, get off Mama's bed.
Mama needs you to leave the room.
Yeah, no, that would be. It would fuck her up in the way. Yeah.
It'd fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting some geckos this week. Yeah.
Wow. Do you I don't high five, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, let's not drag Vera into this English tradition.
What are you fellas doing over there?
Just English stuff. We're just jamming. Just jamming.
It's a jam.
What the fuck were we just?
I'm getting some geckos this week.
So geckos, are they the ones with the eyes that go in different directions, right?
No, that's a chameleon.
the
I
butt
do
of a
really
skunk.
want. Yes, that's in the butt of a skunk. Chameleons, I do really want a chameleon someday. But I'm kind of weird with reptiles because I feel this with any pet, but I just feel like it's not really right to have them. And so I've been like, I really want a chameleon. I really want a reptile, but I don't feel it's right. But then a friend of mine needed to rehome her geckos.
It's perfect.
And so she texted me being like, do you know anyone who would want them? And I was like, yeah, I do. And it's me. So I feel like this is ethical. This is an ethical way to acquire some geckos.
Yeah.
And they live 20 years. So,
Holy smokes.
Whoa, you have geckos forever.
yep. I'll just have geckos for a very long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, do you have names picked out?
Their
yet, or-
names right now are Juice and Gummy, but I think I'm
pretty
going to
good.
rename them Mihai and Sylvie, which are Allie Raisman's coaches. So, that's the Olympic gym. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll be, but I'll keep their old names in quotation. So it'll be like Mihai, Juice, Sylvie, Gummy.
If you had to name them after things you saw in Jackass sketches tonight, what would their names be?
Let's see. I guess one would be named Skunk, and one would be named Nice Butt.
See, I think those are great names.
Skunk is a great pet name.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
any pet too.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
true. It's cute.
Thinking about a cute little kitty named Skunk.
Oh,
Like a little punk rock kitty. Oh, I love it.
I just love to give pets people names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically trainers of gymnasts.
Mihai and Sylvie.
They're going to train you. Is that the idea?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You're really into the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, specifically gymnastics.
Yeah, but also the Olympics at large.
Yeah.
This morning I was watching some just Olympic video montage, and I felt so proud to be an American. I was like, USA. It actually chanted out loud in my room and clapped when they won. So
I believe
it brings out that side of me. There's no other time I would chant USA, but
And when did you forsake England?
oh right. Well, England kind of sucks at the Olympics, so
Yeah.
Why is that?
because I don't
All
know.
the inbreeding and
They just kind of
Yeah.
suck. They're just not very good.
The English are not hardy stock.
It's really the only people who are good at the Olympics are Russia, China, and the US.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Also, England is very small.
that's the
The
thing.
chance of having a
is
champion in there.
all the big countries are the ones that are good.
Yeah, it's a bit more people.
it's also the America, you said America, China, and Russia. Are
Yeah.
those are the three that I would have sued because those are the three
Yeah.
craziest motherfucking countries.
Right.
As far as pushing yourself.
Psychopaths.
To,
yeah.
it's
Right,
Olympian. It's
absolutely.
Olympian vibes.
No mental
Yeah.
health.
And then Romania used to be really good at gymnastics, but they're not anymore. So
Do you like figure skating at all?
I mean, I watch it, but I don't really get it. Like, I definitely appreciate that. I really like that it's like artistic and athletic, but I don't really get what they're doing.
I don't like how they judge it. I don't think it's fair how they judge figure skating, but I like watching it a lot.
What isn't fair about it?
I think it's very like political, and like I think it's
Right.
very not like how do you grade? I don't know how you would grade a dance.
It's the same thing with gymnastics. Like, it's very subjective, and that can make it awkward sometimes.
But that, well, I mean, I guess maybe it's the same thing with figure skating. I just don't know enough about it, but like maybe like I guess like you can really grade somebody on their form with gymnastics.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think judge panels. I know this is a little weird to say because we have so many TV shows where there's like celebrity judge panel, you're saying who's best or whatever. But like when there's a panel of judges judging the champions of the world or the champions of a high school or anything where it's like the real world, the real stakes, it's not television, it's not purely for television. It's like, who are these assholes? And what's going through their heads? And why?
Well,
I
I
don't
think-
trust any of them.
I think a lot of them are ex-elite gymnasts, and that's how they know it so well.
But there's still so much subjectivity in
There
judging.
absolutely there is, and they're actually getting robot judges. I think in 2021 they're going to test out a few and they've already scanned the gymnasts' bodies. And so a lot of, because I think they practiced it at Doha Worlds in 2019, where these robots, I think, are not going to be the only judges, but I think they're going to be in the case of like, if you're inquiring about, like, if you get a score and you don't think it's fair, you can inquire about it, where you pay $100 cash, and because when they're judging, they don't judge based on a video, they judge in real time. And so if you inquire, they'll watch a slow-mo version of your routine so they can really see, oh, did we get it right? And I think the robots might be used for that, or I'm not sure.
That's crazy.
But robot judges are being introduced.
That's really
have already
crazy.
been introduced. Yeah, isn't it weird?
Yeah.
And it brings up a lot of weird like rights stuff, because it's like, oh, if these pro athletes are having their bodies scanned, like how can that be used in maybe like nefarious ways or whatever?
You know, I always used to worry about that stuff, and then I got a new iPhone, and I set up the face scan immediately. And they say like it just stores it in like locally, but like I'm sure somebody's gonna clone
yeah.
this face someday. But yeah, I mean that seems like an invasion of privacy. But if there's one place that I do support like automation, it probably would be in judging the Olympics.
Right.
Like I don't know, it's really weird.
I don't know though. I'm kind of torn on it.
Really?
Because I think part of the fun of the sport too is like, yes, sometimes like the score isn't fair, you know, or like whatever.
I mean,
think-
I'm anti-robot.
yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
I am I tweeted about it one time.
I don't have to follow you.
You commented on the tweet.
Must have been my assistant.
Yeah,
Giles.
yeah. Well, I mean, essentially, I just think like either they don't do enough and then they suck, or
Right.
they do too much and then they're scary, and so I just don't like them.
Yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah.
Tech is really scary in general, like especially like now, like the whole like the Mars colony that they're like Elon Musk is like saying he's going to do, and like they basically are outright saying that global, like the laws of the United Nations won't apply in space. And it's just I don't know, like we really are like there's a lot of like shades of dystopia that are happening in the world right now,
Pirates.
but there's pirates everywhere.
There'll be like pirates in
Space
space.
pirates. Yeah.
Did you ever see Treasure Planet?
yeah, with yeah.
It'd be like Treasure Planet.
I'm thinking of Atlantis.
Yeah,
kinda
Treasure
s-
Planet is.
It's like
Oh no, it's Treasure Island, but set in space. But yeah, like Atlantis. That's what it is.
Should we get to Jackass dares?
Yeah.
Last week, Ember dared me. We have another segment on the show called the Jackass Dare. And last week,
No reference to any part of the show.
Ember, well, kind of, yeah, no, it's not. Ember Jackass dared me to burp in your
It's
face.
true.
So I don't want to be Jackass dared because that was I felt very vulnerable. Like you can relate to that, right? Like
yeah,
it's
that would make me
intimate.
feel scared. For sure.
Did I do something wrong?
You went over the line, Ember.
Did I cross the line?
No, not by dare. I think it's more. I don't know. I think it's been better for our friendship that we did it.
I thought it was great. I was so proud of you.
But I think it would only be appropriate this week to have our guest actually Jackass dare
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So take it away, Oren.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ember,
Uh-oh.
I dare you to
No.
eat one of the
So,
leaves.
sorry. You have to say I
jackass. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Ember, I jackass dare you to eat one of the leaves from that tree right there.
The tree.
Yeah,
the whole
you have to
leaf.
eat a whole leaf from that tree.
I'm gonna fucking David Quinn puke.
What
I'm
if-
gonna Lance
what if
Banks
it's
puke.
poisonous?
I'm gonna eat it.
Well, I hope it's not poisonous. You could, yeah. I stand by my dare, I guess. You have to eat it.
Oh.
Ew.
There's still a
It's
panda.
not
It's
edible.
definitely not.
Okay, don't swallow it. You don't have to swallow it because I don't want you to get sick or like have like a blockage. But yeah, just chew it as much as you can and then spit it out.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh,
ew,
no, don't.
Ew. Ember.
Oh, you look so upset.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
No.
Don't get on me. Oh, your breath smells like a leaf.
Don't know.
Did you swallow any of it?
Ew. Go wash your mouth out. I jackass dare you to go wash your mouth out. You're gonna get an intestinal blockage. Don't swallow
Yeah, what
it.
if you can't poop that out
Don't
later?
swallow it.
I don't think
I
you
think
should.
you might get an intestinal blockage.
I think you might get do you have anything you want to promote or anything?
I have a podcast that's gonna come out soon called The Olsen Report, and it's just me and my friend Lindsay talking about the Olsen twins.
I
So
cannot wait to listen to that.
really, are you a fan?
Yeah, I mean I had to be like a secret fan when I was growing up, but thankfully I had a sister who watched it. But I loved their the one where they're solving mysteries. That series.
Wait,
yeah.
we should have you on because that's what we're doing right now. We're going through the adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley right now.
I would love that.
We'll have you on our next episode.
I know the theme song and
Okay.
like I will be able to sing
I'll
it.
text you this week and we'll set it up because we actually were like, who should we have on as a guest next?
That's so. I mean,
have
and any
you on.
excuse to rewatch those too will be
Oh my
fun.
gosh, fun. Cool.
So be on the lookout for that. I can be found at VeraDrew22 on Instagram and Twitter. Ember is at Ember Saves on Twitter and at Embergler on Instagram. We're so close. I know Ember's handles, internet handles. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. I was just thinking while you were saying that. That's pretty cool that she knows that.
All right. Goodbye.